There we go. Alrighty. We are recording. As you see, I'm getting out of the car with this camera, gimbal outfit. Time for an update. So, just giving you an update. For those of you that want to see, if you don't want to see it, well, join everyone but the 44 people that saw it last time. Anyway, so I'm kind of doing these videos for my family, but if you want to watch, I don't care. You're welcome to. But this is kind of a family thing, and so anyway, we are making some headway here. Let's take a look up there. There we go. You can see all the battens that are now in place all the way up there and there and there. There we go. These battens are probably around a century old. They were probably an old barn at one time. Actual real 1x material. 1x4s, 1x6s, some 1x8s. And look at the wainscoting. I mean, this is really cool. This is the wainscoting, which is just old roofing. I like this one. There's a, you might be able to see that, but there's a maker's mark on there. I think it says Continental Steel, and I think this is about 100 years old. That the wainscoting, really neat stuff. I really like how it came out, and I'm using the. There we go. Now I haven't got the battens finished over here. I came through this morning and marked everything, and I cut the battens. So I've got all my spots marked, and then of course above that we still have to get things. So anyway, yeah, let's continue on. There's a neat old trademark, I guess you'd call that. Strong grain upside down. That's about how I had to put it in. But anyway, I cut these and put these up a couple weeks ago, and the lap siding will sit over the top of them, and you can see I've got it pretty much over here. What I'm going to do is I'll put a bug screen between here and here, all along here, and then the siding will go over, it'll come down a little bit, and so this will be a vent. That basically call this a rain shield. And you can see where I've cut the house wrap to glue the battens onto the struts that I put on here, the 2x4 struts. And I'll also come back through here. I just put them on with screws to hold them in place, get them tight. But I'll come back with my nail gun, and I'll throw some ring shank nails in those. A lot of them. I put about 5 of them in each joint, so that things will hold pretty well. Anyway, that's the theory. That's the plan. And I think it'll work just fine. I think we'll have enough to do that. The windows are in, all the windows that I can get to. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now I'm not planning on going inside right now. I was inside earlier today. This is a Saturday, so I just got back from lunch with my friends and thought I'd come over here and show this to you. I was up here earlier today cleaning up my work area. These sawhorses, I put a piece of OSB on top of those. That's my work area. And then I put all these long boards which come out of that garage on these sawhorses and cut them and make sure that get them everything measured. So this has been my staging area, I guess. But as you can see, it's looking pretty decent. Now I was going to show you that on my corner battens, I'm actually, let me do that. My corner battens, I'm gluing them together and I'm screwing them together and nailing them once they're done so that they're real strong and real straight. And so I glue them, and so I basically have this square assembly that I attach to the wall. And then you can see I'm using quite a few ring shank nails, which, I mean, they're serious. They'll hold really well. And up on top, same thing, you know, ring shank nails. So, yeah. And down under here, even though we really didn't need to do the wainscoting down here. And by the way, the wainscoting is here. It looks really good, but it's mainly here so that when it's raining, that the water that splashes up won't get onto the hardyplank, because that is one of the weaknesses of hardyplank siding. So the wainscoting is important for that reason, but it's also really pretty. I think it's really cool looking. Oh yeah, and by the way, let's get this one. Now I can't really see where the camera is, but I'm trying to point it at that trademark. That's a really good one. Continental steel. I think it's no, I can't remember the name. I looked it up a few weeks ago and forgot about it. And I threw some different pieces of metal on too. Like this piece of metal is a chute that Andy used and we used. Pour on concrete, mainly Andy, but all of the family helped doing this, you know, building this project. You know, a little bit here and there. Whenever Andy needed a hand, you know, needed several people, we'd all band together and do what we needed to do to get the job done. So here we are over here. We can back up a little bit. Yeah, and I've got the battens pretty much all the way up where they need to be. Now on the underneath the eaves and wherever we're not horizontal, yeah, window up there, window right there. I did also do this bump out window, and I did put a roof on it. Thought it probably would be a good thing to do that. So it's been insulated inside. The roof is on it, so it's waterproof and in reasonably good shape. Still don't have my basement windows in. My basement windows, their basement windows. Well, you know, I mean, I'm taking ownership of some of the work here, but we have to get those windows in at some point. It's just that that's not such a big deal that it has to be done right away. And actually, I'd rather get the scaffolding out of the way before we put those windows in. They are there, and we can put them in at any time. And you may notice that the old house is left with the siding it has. I'm not going to bother with it this winter. There's no reason to tear it down. I'm not going to be able to get to it anyway until next year, so there's no point in opening it up and exposing it. So, yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, there we go. So I got all these areas. Well, where there's angles, like where it's not horizontal and not vertical, these areas I had to run battens continuously, like right above the roof right there, because I'm not sure where the edge of the siding is going to land, and if I don't have wood to support it there, it may just be hanging in midair, and I don't want that. So I did that. I put on any angle spots down low or up high. I went ahead and put battens so that we can make sure to catch the siding properly. Anyway, yeah, there you go. So that's all done. I still have to finish that little area, that little underneath that eave. I will get to it anyway. So that's pretty much it. It's warm right now. It's probably 45 or 50 degrees. Really nice, quiet. It's going to snow. We're going to have what is about probably the next 3 or 4 days of snow. So it's going to be cold and it's going to be winter. We're going to be getting down into the single digits temperature wise. So it's just going to be what it is. I'll be out working in it, but I did get things cleaned up, picked up, all the junk picked up. That way the snow won't sort of grind it into the dirt. Got all my material. It's kind of sorted where I'm able to get to it, so I'm happy about that. These are the last of the battens right here. That pile right there is going. That's what goes on that wall that doesn't have the battens. You may notice I did some bump outs. An outlet will be here, and a spigot will be on this one. So, but I just kind of carefully put them in. I've got a couple more of those to make where the utility room is. I need to do that just for the outlets, for the heater, for venting mainly, and for air inlet for the heater. I have to do that. I do have a woodpecker that has been breaking in. He was in there yesterday. We basically chased him out. We opened the windows up and got him chased out. But he's getting in there. I don't think I can show this to you, but under the eaves are some open spots that Andy had left for ventilation. We kind of changed the plans a little bit, so I went ahead and foamed all those areas in. I don't think you can see them. Maybe you can see that. There's foam up there. Anyway, he was getting in right underneath that one on the left, and I foamed that up yesterday after he left and put some material behind it, screwed it in, trying to keep it bird proof. But on top of that, I made this little birdhouse, and I'm sure that he's going to see that birdhouse and go, "Oh yeah, look at that, that's for me." I know it seems silly to say that, or to think that, but anyway, so that little house up there, I did make that. So if for some reason he understands, he or she, that that's something he can use, and they can move in. So will that happen? I don't know. Anyway, so we're looking pretty good. We got all this done, and you may notice the battens that I put on that angle there. That's another thing, like wherever the edges of the lap siding are hanging over, where they might hang over and not be supported, they need to be supported, so the battens are on the angles. And not only that, but the upper angles up on top, battens all the way there, so there's a lot of extra little patching to get that taken care of. So anyway, it's looking pretty good. So you've been updated, and we got a basement window down here too that we need to deal with. And there's another basement window on the other side. I have a couple pallets on top of it right now. I kind of ignore them, and I have been ignoring them, but we'll eventually get to them. Anyway, since the last time I filmed, I did have a Trump flag hanging up here, and thank goodness Trump won. Really happy about that. Let's hope things go well. Let's hope that the world gets better now. Anyway, hope you like this little update. Did I want to talk to you? I think I hit all the details. I explained why we have the wainscoting. Explained that I was going to put venting bug screens on the bottom of it. Basically, the siding is just a big rain screen. That's what they call it, and water can get behind it. So it's vented, and so those areas that are going to be open, we'll put bug screen in those areas to keep the bugs out, and I'll also do that up on top where there's not going to be soffit. There will be some places where there will be soffit, and some places where there won't be, and I will deal with that as I come to those places. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Anyway, that's the update. So until next time, I will leave you with that beautiful shot of underneath that roof. And I just, my poor little gimbal just freaked out on me. So, is it gonna, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna turn it off. Turn it back on. There we go. We have a gimbal again. All right. Yeah. Okay, next time. See you later.